Well, you are listening to Meeting House here on Faith Radio, and I'm pleased to welcome to the Faith Radio display outside of the exhibit hall at ICRS 2013 in St. Louis, author James Rubart. James, you and I have had the opportunity to chat on a couple of occasions. I believe that you and I discussed your very first novel, which was called Rooms.
Right.
And we also had the chance to talk via telephone about the book Soul's Gate.
Yes.
Here we are on Tuesday morning of ICRS. Just last night, the Christy Awards at the Renaissance in downtown St. Louis, it was announced that you were the winner with Soul's Gate of the Visionary category.
Yeah.
That is cool. Tell me your thoughts as you were sitting there, and of course the names of the three contestants, if you will, the nominees in that category were called out. What were your thoughts as it was announced that you had won?
It's kind of crazy, and as you know, Bob, the way they do it is they read the first sentence of the winning book. And so when I heard that first sentence come out and I realized I had won, it was just a surreal experience, because as you know, Karen Hancock was giving out the awards last night, and she's an author that I had read for years and just dreamed, someday, if my greatest dream came true, I would write something that would impact people like Karen's books have impacted me. So it was just a very surreal, very wonderful experience.
So what was it about Karen's books that made an impact on you?
Well, I love being transported into another world, into an experience where I feel like I've left this world that we're in, and Karen's books did that for me. And so that I love it when people say, with my characters or my plots or my premises, Jim, you've transported me into another world. I love that when readers tell me that. So,
well, let's go back to that very first novel.
Yeah.
It was called Rooms, and it really, as you look at the whole genre of Christian fiction, it made quite a statement. I think you had a Christy nomination for Rooms.
2 Carol Awards.
2 Carol nominations
Award,
for
nominations
Rooms.
for Rooms. And it won the RT Inspirational Novel of the Year. So
that doesn't happen with a first novel very
no,
often, does it? Yeah, I don't think that doesn't sound like a normal thing, but that's... So what was it about that novel that resonated?
Well, I think that it had a hard time selling because nobody knew where to put it. It didn't really fit anywhere, and so I guess in that sense you could say it was fairly unique, and it made an impact on people because a book like this had not been done before. And so I think a lot of it was simply the uniqueness of what if you could go into the rooms of your soul. And so that was just a question that people, oh my gosh, I got to find that out.
Yeah, and when you set it up like that, it sounds, in a sense, similar to what the premise of Soul's Gate is.
Yes,
actually, but instead of going into the rooms of your own house or your own soul, you're going into, can I say it, somebody else's soul?
Yeah,
that sounds pretty freaky.
I know, but Bob, you've hit on something that is, you've hit on it. And that is, you did. It's right there. You see it. You did
there
it.
You go.
You did it.
Wow.
Because as I'm writing, people go, well, where'd you come up with the idea for Soul's Gate? I came up with the idea for Soul's Gate when I was writing Rooms. Because Rooms is about going into your own soul. And I thought, if I ever did a sequel to Rooms, what would it be? Well, it'd be going into other people's souls. And so that's where the seed of the idea came from.
And so why would you want to do that? Go into somebody else's soul?
Because if we are in the body of Christ and we want freedom and healing for our brothers and sisters, what do? We can counsel them, we can intercede for them, we can pray for them. That's we've got a soundtrack going.
Yeah,
that's
we do.
Cool.
There we go.
I love that.
Yeah, a little music in the background.
So that's what we want to do. We want to set our brothers and sisters free. It was for freedom's sake that Christ set us free. If you know the Son, you shall be free indeed. So it's all about freedom, right? So I just took that idea of interceding for our brothers and sisters and praying for freedom and working them through things and said, wow, what if we took it to the next step and you could actually go into those places in their soul that are broken or dark and bring freedom to that. So that's kind of what the idea is.